I think the greatest thing that women face is that belief that they cannot handle trouble, or they cannot handle the heat, or they cannot handle, adversity. Then they need to be protected.
In a world where the fight for women's rights, equality, and empowerment remains unfinished, the University of Lagos shines as a beacon of hope and progress. This International Women's Day, we celebrate not just the women who shatter glass ceilings, but those who ensure those ceilings stay shattered for everyone. Across UNILAG, 6 extraordinary women stand at the forefront of this movement, leading with vision, resilience, and a commitment to excellence.
International Women's Day, especially for the theme for this year, resonates very deeply with me. And the theme is Accelerate Action, which calls for collective responsibility for change. So it's a powerful call for women to recognize our agenda and then to decide on the need for change, especially in not just academia, but even in every administrative position.
I very much buy into the title or the theme. Over the years, there has been substantial progress made concerning women's rights, equal rights, gender equity, and there's also the issue of the group of feminism. And we've made some strides there, but there's still a lot of ground to still cover.
The way I look at it is that it's part of the journey we're on as women. And from where I'm sitting, it means we've got to step up the game in breaking down institutional barriers where possible, making it easier for women to take their place. And from where I sit, I'm also talking with women, because there are a lot of internalized biases that we as women have taken, so that we step up. Whether we're afraid or not, that we step up and that we're good enough.
It's very exciting to be able to stop and reflect on where we are as women, where we want to be, what we have done, the strategies that have worked, the ones that have not worked, and the ones that we must conceptualize to be able to accelerate, equality.
In 1962, the University of Lagos was established. 60 years later, it opened a new chapter, a woman at its helm as Vice Chancellor. But progress isn't just about first. It's about paving the way for a future where gender is no longer a barrier to leadership.
Being in UNILAG, it has been a privilege, it's been an honor. And I have, despite some of the rough moments, I think it's been quite good for me. And I think it's strengthened me as well.
Leadership in the financial space actually has its challenges that is not gender sensitive, or if I can put it that way. We have the general challenges of limited resources, a lot of needs, chasing these limited resources, having to prioritize and all that.
You can't have a fair world where all the parts that make the whole do not have their perspectives recognized and accommodated, negotiated and accommodated.
These women leading the University of Lagos don't just fill positions. They shape policies, influence decisions, and create environments where everyone can thrive.
If you want to be a leader that everybody loves, in other words, everything you do to please them, then it's not going to be sustained. We need to do the things that need to be done for things to get better. And sometimes that comes with heat, comes with some discomfort. Being the leader here, I've taken the long view. Where is UNILAG going? What is best for everybody on the long run? On the short run, there are things you will do. So I try as much as possible, while taking the long-term view, to sort of slow down sometimes, because it can be tough.
We have collaborated and we have helped to make sure decisions we need to take, we think it through, and we don't think of presence. We think of, if we are taking a policy or a decision, how will it impact on various groups and how will it stand 5 years, 10 years down the line?
At the University of Lagos, it has come to be that women occupy leadership, and it has not, I do not know of any instance when the issue of a woman, getting to leadership in any unit of the universities made somebody say, oh no, why this? By availing women opportunities, other women see. And so the environment is just conducive, it's encouraging, and so nobody stopped from, presenting themselves for leadership and being given leadership opportunities.
Despite progress, women in leadership still face deep-rooted challenges.
Everyone feels they know what you're supposed to do. They feel they know your job. They feel they can tell you or direct on what to do. And maybe being a woman may be part of that ideology where they feel that you have to dance to whatever they think.
First of all, there were many people, I'm sure, who were not sure that a woman could lead the University of Lagos. Somebody had said something to me like that a long time ago. At that time, I had no plans of being Vice Chancellor anyway. But was that, oh yeah, you could or you would make a good VC, but not for somewhere as big as UNILAG. That will give you somewhere that is not too troublesome or something like that. I think the greatest thing that women face is that belief that they cannot handle trouble, or they cannot handle the heat, or they cannot handle adversity. Then they need to be protected. I'm not sure that, I don't believe that's a premise that's based on fact.
I would say that younger faculty, junior faculty, people in early career sometimes feel the pressure because early career usually coincides for many women with the time of childbearing. And so it can be very difficult, balancing.
Let me tell you, maybe just a short story or an experience I had. The first year after I came into office, somebody walked into my office and he smiled, he introduced himself, and he said, when you were appointed, I don't think it was a meeting, but they were having a chat, an interaction, and they were saying, this bossa will be easy to, maybe they didn't use the word manipulate, but will be easy to get through to.
One major challenge is that generally men believe that administrative positions are for the male gender, usually. And so, since I've been here, especially in the last 2 years when we have more women in leadership at the University of Lagos, and then if I have a visitor coming to the lab, they say, again, a woman.
And in some quarters, even within UNILAG, there are also complaints, seeing a lot of women in management and wondering what is happening. So if we don't come together to empower and help ourselves, we are going to find that the other party is not sitting down. So you have to kind of put yourself forward.
Another challenge is that being a woman, people want to speak to your emotions rather than the intelligence. So you hear things like, and you are our mother, we know you will not let this thing be like this, other than looking at the facts of the case. The third challenge would be the work balance issue. As a woman, your time is now shared among so many things, including family, especially we that have young children. So your children is there, you have to cater for them, your husband and all that.
The University of Lagos is not merely recognizing the obstacles to women's leadership. It is taking decisive action to eliminate them.
The University of Lagos has put up several policies that would help and support female students and female members of staff. I'll just mention one or two. There's a sexual harassment policy that the university has set up in place, and it covers both staff and students.
The university also has an equal opportunities policy, and beyond that, we also have some partnerships that have introduced programs that are designed to equip female members of staff, academics and non-teaching, with leadership skills. So it's, and then the university supports quite a number of other student-led initiatives, faculty-led initiatives that are intervening, to accelerate gender equality.
Yes, the Innovation Hub is one of the things the university is doing to encourage not only women, but members of staff particularly, to be able to empower themselves, learn skills, and be able to take up trades and do things that would actually empower them and make them more independent.
I think in UNILAG, we have tried in the past 3 years. We've also been able to expose women to training, leadership training. We've been able to do that for quite a number of women. We started with 25 with an organization, and then about 12 of them were selected after the online intensive 6 weeks program. Some were selected for another 5-day intensive program in person. And so women that we have brought into that space, we have seen them because they are from various faculties. We have seen them in their various faculties, not only leading, but also volunteering.
The library is better positioned now. You can see, for example, I always said I'm always very proud of the University of Lagos Library, because we've made the space more collaborative, more user-friendly, such that it can support, and we're ready to support whatever information that needs to be provided to ensure that we're able to meet your research needs of women generally.
We also have programs, events that we do in the university. We celebrate International Women's Day. During the University of Lagos Health Week, we target programs that are tailored to meet the needs of women. Cervical cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness, also carrying along our men. So the counseling unit too, they have special counseling for females, because a female is more comfortable with a female. So we have recognized that in the counseling unit, and we try as much as possible to make our female students feel comfortable to come into the counseling unit and and speak out and say whatever it is that is bothering them.
The progress made today is the foundation for the leaders of tomorrow. But there is still work to be done.
Looking ahead, I'll be talking to women themselves. I think we're our greatest enemies. Women like things to be perfect before they take action. We don't want anybody to say any rubbish about us. We don't want this. Leadership is messy. They will say rubbish about you. Many people who don't know you will judge you. You have to live with it. That's part of what comes with the privilege of leading.
What change I want to see is women being more supportive of each other. I think united, we can achieve a lot. But I find out that, I don't know what it is, but women, somehow that sisterhood, we need to improve on our sisterhood.
I would like to see more women coming out, especially in the non-teaching area, to be more daring, to challenge the things that we have been doing before. Why are we doing it that way? I want to see women pushing themselves more.
As women, even within ourselves, we need to do more. We need to do more in terms of being open and helping each other more. We have made it to, maybe my perception is wrong, but I say the perception as if it is, in some communities, yes, but we are seeing it more as if it's the opposite sex, the male gender, that is not allowing us to aspire. I don't believe anything is given to anybody on a platter of gold. So I believe that we need to help ourselves the more.
I want to see specific collaborative changes. I want to see equal opportunities and fair gendered policies.
To the women and girls of today, the message is clear.
Just believe in yourself. Do not let anything limit you. Give your life the very best shot. You come with value. Don't let anything stop you from adding that value. And once you are on that course, you will grow into leadership.
Step up to the plate and keep moving. And wherever possible, pull a young woman behind you, pull her up.
I think leadership is a journey. And I will say from the very beginning of everybody's career, everyone wants to excel. And so because leadership is a journey, they need to stay focused. They need to look for good mentors, whether you will be shadowing them and seeing what they are doing, whether you will be having interactions with them once a week, once a month. It is very, very important for women. But I think the most important thing is to stay focused, to be disciplined, have your own space, set your boundaries so people know who you are from the very beginning. And once you set your boundaries and you stay focused, I think it's a journey and every woman will be able to enjoy it.